Hello and welcome everybody to another Avatar: The Last Airbender draft video. I'm Paulcheon and today we are sitting at Plat 1. We are what I like to call in the Arena Cube waiting room. We have basically 2 days left before it actually comes out here. Now, I do have the option to make another video. Let me know. Would you rather see a Cube video on Tuesday when it comes out, or the video would be delayed, or do you want to just see another Avatar video, and then we just kind of go with our regularly scheduled 8 a.m. Pacific release? Let me know. But for the time being, we're going to hop into this Avatar draft and see what happens. Now, before we hop into this draft, wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your Match the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to pre-order some boxes of Lore and Eclipsed, or if you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, go to TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, head on over to HeavyPlay.com for premium Match the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and much, much more. Go to HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also going to be at basically every Match the Gathering convention, so swing by their booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. Alrighty. Oh, wow, what a pack! This pack is sick! There is an Iroh Grand Lotus, the Legend of Kuruk, which, I mean, I'm 100% taking this one, but there's also Invasion Submersible and Firebending Lesson. I mean, this, can I just take the pack, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There'd be like 6 really good cards for my deck, but the only downside here, and again, you shouldn't pay too much attention to this, but just know that I'm basically passing a Teamer Lessons deck here, right? In Firebending Lesson, Iroh, True Ancestry, and Invasion Submersible. So just keep that in mind. The person I'm passing to will almost assuredly take Iroh Grand Lotus, but if they don't, because they hate fun, they will take the Invasion Submersible most likely. So just got to keep that in mind. But Legend of Kuruk is the most flexible card. It's an absolute slam dunk bong, and it is the card that we will be taking out of that pack. But, you know, if I can go blue-white or blue-black, I would be happy if I can do that. All right, pack 1, pick 2. Faded Firepower. This is a very, very powerful card, but not something I want to take after first picking a Legend of Kuruk. I think I'd rather take a blue card, triple red. You have to be like a really red-heavy aggro deck to kind of make this card work, but I don't think I want to do that. There's 2 perfectly good blue options, and then there's a Compassionate Healer at white, but as much as I love Compassionate Healer, I think I'm debating between North Pole Patrol and Messenger Hawk, and I think on average, the Messenger Hawk performs a little bit better. There are decks where the North Pole Patrol could be a little bit better, but I'm going to take the Messenger Hawk here and see if we can kind of, I mean, it also works really well with the Legend of Kuruk, just given the fact that, you know, by playing this on turn 3, playing this turn 4, you get to trigger this a few times. All right, pack 1, pick 3. What do we have? We have Raucous Audience. You know how my thoughts on Appa, Loyal Sky Bison. I don't think this card's particularly great. It's just very, very expensive. Professor Zay is interesting. Just if I do end up in like a blue-red deck, for example, it would be a nice way to kind of trigger the Card Draw Matters theme. But just noting that it is a very difficult to cast card. There's also Raucous Audience, but I don't know if I want to draft another blue-green deck necessarily. So for that reason, I will take Professor Zay, noting that I understand, like, it might not actually be the right pick here. It could just be Octopus Form, honestly. Especially with this card. You know what? You know what? Let's do that. Let's take Octopus Form. All right, green is open. I could have taken the Raucous Audience too, but I wanted to just continue to try to cut off blue. All right, pack 1, pick 4. This is a really loaded pack. There's Allies at Last, there's Airbending Lesson, and there's Sold Out. Now, Allies at Last is by far the best card. Airbending Lesson is fine. We are seeing some white, for sure. I've just drafted blue-white so much, right? Don't you just want to see me do basically anything other than drafting blue-white? You know, I'm going to take Allies at Last. Sold Out's also fine. But green felt a little more open, but we'll see where this goes. Pack 1, pick 5. There's Lo and Lee. It doesn't fetch Legend of Kuruk, so I don't think I want to take it. There's a Zhang's Deserter, so certainly seeing more white cards here. There's an Origin of Metal Bending, but I'm going to take Aang's Journey. I think there's a chance we might be all kinds of different colors, and taking the Aang's Journey keeps us a lot more open. and allows us to be a lot more flexible here with kind of what kind of deck we end up with. Avatar Aang. Whenever you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, or airbend, draw a card. There's a Serpent's Pass. Ozai's Cruelty's okay. Fire Niche, okay. You know what? You know what? Let's do it. We're here to have some. We're here to have some fun, friends. I took Avatar Aang. If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. Let's have some fun. White certainly open though. Invasion Reinforcements Pack 1 pick 7. But I'm going to take the Airship Engine Room. Signals be damned. And honestly, I mean, depending on how this deck ends up, but certainly when you have a deck with Avatar Aang and Legend of Kuruk, the first copy of Octopus Form actually has a decent amount of value. So I'll keep that in mind. Also, this type of deck probably cares about lessons. Really wish I took the Raucous Audience though. What did I take? Oh, Octopus Form? Sure. But seeing an Allies that last that late is a decent indication that that color is open. Blue seemed less open, but I have a Legend of Kuruk and a mess. Like I'm just gonna fight people for blue. This is like a top 5 rare in the set. All right, pack 1, pick 8. Ooh, that is another sold out. But that's not the direction that I'm heading. I'm gonna just take wall top sentries here. Actually, there's also Sunblessed Peak. Although I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to play Avatar Aang, and I believe Wall Top Sentries is actually a very, very good card if you end up in the blue-green combination. This card just does a lot of work, so I'm going to take it here. I'm going to take it here, oversold out. Okay. I mean, black is just incredibly open here. I will take Deadly Precision. It's also just a card that you can potentially splash, but if we do have to somehow, like, given how open black seems to be, you know, we will take the Deadly Precision here and just kind of take it one pick at a time here. Pack 1, pick 10 has nothing that I particularly like. If I'm going to be playing a bunch of colors, Rockalanche isn't going to be particularly good. Not really a hey buy deck. I can take Peddlers. I don't love Pillar Launch with the direction that this deck is going. So let's take the Pirate Peddlers and see where this goes. Here, there's an Earth Kingdom Soldier versus Energy Bending. I'm just going to take the Soldier. Like, if I end up in a blue-green deck, it's not exciting, but it's a totally fine filler-level playable card at the top end of your curve. Okay. Okay, sold out with 2 cards left. Okay. This is becoming kind of a joke. All right, well, I mean, I don't... the problem is I just don't have enough playables. I mean, again, we can be 5 colors. Black can certainly be splashed. But if I wanted to make the decision to, let's say, shift over to just a straight blue-black control deck, we're just going to be really lacking playable. So we have to tread very carefully. I mean, I have a couple of Pirate Peddlers, but we'll see what... Okay, well, I opened Azula Cunning Usurper. So I guess we're going to... We opened Legend of Kuruk and Azula. All right, I mean... Look, what Arena is telling me to go blue-black, right? What do we miss out on? We took an Allies at last over sold out. We took something else over sold out. We took a Wall Top Sentries over sold out. I think the sold out that tabled was the one with Allies at last. So the only really good black card we missed out was a second sold out that we took Wall Top Sentries over. All right, pack 2, pick 2. I am definitely blue. I'm going to take Forecasting Fortune Teller here. We have 0 2-drops. This is the perfect 2-drop for this deck. If we can table like a Barrel of Blasting Jelly or perhaps another Aang's Journey, that would be interesting for what this deck is trying to accomplish. Azula, another decent creature to Octopus Form. And given what I saw, I mean, I should really choose black as one of my base colors. But man, we are going to, like I said, we had 5 playables after pack 1. We're going to need a lot of help if we want to actually end up with a Dimir deck. We'll take it 1 pick at a time. Pack 2, pick 3. There's another Wall Top Sentries here, and this is where things get kind of tricky. There is a Corrupt Court Official and an Idle Quencha here as well. Man, do we move in? I'm going to take Corrupt Court Official over Idle Quencha. We have a Deadly Precision. And so I just want to make sure that I have enough 2-mana creatures. Idle Quencha is a good card as well. You care about it a little bit less in blue-black because you don't really care about the lessons as much. But let's just take the Corrupt Court Official here, just to make sure that we have some good synergies here with Deadly Precision. All right, and then of course pack 2, pick 4 rolls around, and we now have a pack with, you know, Wall-Top Sentries and Hermetic Herbalist. Oof. Well, and there's nothing in blue-black that I want. I'm just going to take Bossing Say and see where this goes. It is the best card out of that pack. I mean, that would be a reason to have taken the Idle Quencha over Corrupt Court Official if I didn't want to move into blue-black. But, you know, given that I took the Azula, like, it just feels like I should be looking to be a heavier black deck. And perhaps we can play like a 3-color deck that, you know, I don't know like how much there is you can to splash green, but maybe we can make it work with this Aang's Journey. All right, pack 2, pick 5. What do we have? A fairly weak pack overall. There is a Dragonfly Swarm and a First Time Flyer. I'm going to take First Time Flyer. Just another 2-drop. No real reason to like play those extra colors, and honestly, Avatar Aang is probably looking like it's going to be a little bit too ambitious to splash, but I took it just to see if we get there, okay? I took it for the funsies. All right, pack 2, pick 6. Yeah, I mean, remember what I said previously where I just thought pack 2 was going to be pretty bad for us? Well, it's been pretty bad for us. 0 blue, black, or green cards in sight here. I mean, it could have just been a bad pack, honestly, but yeah, that sucks. All right, pack 2, pick 7. Oh, we're seeing some green here. There's a Tundra Tank, which I don't really care about in this color combination. There's another Aang's Journey. I'm just going to take another Aang's Journey here over some of these green cards. I like Aang's Journey fair amount. You can search for a shrine. Is this a... No, this is a saga. Okay. Ooh, that's a shrine. There's a Tolls of War, Sparring Dummy. I'll take Spirit Oasis, but I don't think we're going to do anything with it necessarily. Although it's kind of interesting. Like, if I get... I mean, we'll see. But we'll take the Spirit Oasis there. I'm not going to play it as a 3-mana draw card. Although it's a little more interesting because I have double Aang's Journey. If I get like a Guru Patik, maybe I'll play it. All right, pack 2, pick 9. Deadly Precision, Otter Penguin, and Merchant of Many Hats. We'll take another Deadly Precision. So pretty happy with my choice to take the Corrupt Court Official. We have several decent things to sacrifice here. I need to table all of the black cards. Like, the only way this works for us is if we end up being the only black drafter. There's a third Aang's Journey, but I need to fill out my curve. I'm just going to take Earth Village Ruffians here. It's a fine 3-mana play, works well with Deadly Precision, helps me get to the late game here. So let's go ahead and take that. Northern Air Temple, huh? No, I'm just going to take Otter Penguin. I just got to take... I need to take playable cards. I'm not going to do the Spirit Oasis thing here. And as far as splashes go, I'm not sure... Like, I do have the option to splash, like, Bossing Say and Allies at Last. So that's certainly on the table here. If I just look at the card... If I include the Pirate Peddlers... That's 16 cards, but that includes 2 Aang's Journeys. But we'll put these on... These are the maybe cards, and then Airship Engine Room, Boiling Rock Prison. You know, if I do end up with, like... If I get, like, a good red card, I can very easily splash it with the double Aang's Journey. All right, pack 3, pick 1. What do we have? Nothing that exciting here. At least in blue-black. We have Swamp Snare Trap as a removal effect and Agna Kella. I mean, Swamp Snare Trap is fine, but I'm going to take this land. This land is excellent. Just always make sure that you have things to do. Works well with the Otter Penguin and the Messenger Hawk, so let's take that here. If it was like a sold out, I probably would have maybe taken the sold out, but given that it's the Agna Kella, we'll take that here. Honestly, with double Aang's Journey, I should probably... By the way, Barrel of Blasting Jelly didn't table. And basically what that means is it is an indication that there's somebody else, maybe multiple people, trying to draft like the multicolored green deck. So It's also just telling us to move off of it. Gonna take Heartless Act here over Messenger Hawk. Would be happy with both cards in my deck, but right now, just happy with picking up more good premium cheap removal. Let's play the Peddlers. Not gonna splash Wall Top Sentries. Whoa! Now this is a really interesting choice, okay? There's a couple good removal spells, but it's really between Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper and Beifong's Bounty Hunters. Honestly, I think the Spirit Keeper's better. Like, we have a few ways to draw cards already. 1, 2, 3, Agnakella, and some of these lands. It's a 3-drop as well, and doesn't necessarily rely on us splashing the Beifong's Bounty Hunter. So, gonna take this. I think it's kind of close. I know a lot of people would be intrigued by the Bounty Hunters, but I don't have that many 3-drops, and this card is absolutely perfect for what my deck is trying to accomplish. So I'm going to take the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. Let me know in the comments below what you think between those two cards. Wow, this pack is loaded. I want to take everything. All right, here I will not take the Agnakella. I think I'm going to take the Forecasting Fortune Teller. Don't need Deadly Precision number 3. I think Katara is actually... The numbers are indicating that this is kind of an overrated card. I would much rather have more cheap things to play, and Fortune Teller is literally perfect for what we're trying to do here. So gonna take that, and now we got a Messenger Hawk. Very, very happy about that. So, I mean, we have 4 cards that now generate clues. That works really well with the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. It looks like we have a really rock-solid mana curve. So happy about everything that I have here so far. Another Messenger Hawk, Otter Penguin. Not going to consider Sokka's Haiku, but there is a Foggy Bottom Swamp, rather. But I'm just going to take another Messenger Hawk. Like, these can just be my win condition, right? So, happy with, like, triple Messenger Hawk, Otter Penguin, make a bunch of clues, and then just win that way. And it also makes my Deadly Precision better. All right, pack 3. Look, I still need more playable cards. Look at this. This is, including the green cards, I have 20 playables. So, you know, these lands we are getting them, quote unquote, for free. But you know what? Caw-caw. 4 Messenger Hawks. Let's do this. Also, First Time Flyer doesn't look particularly strong here. I have, what, 3 lessons? I wonder if the Foggy Swamp Hunters is actually playable here. I have so many ways to draw cards. All right, 5 Messenger Hawks. 5. That is a lot. I'm going to play them all, but that is a lot. All right, pack 3, pick 9. Geyser Leaper. I hate this card. There's so much bounce. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to play these cards. Is it worth it to splash Bossing Say and Allies at Last? If I don't have enough playables, I guess it is? Oh my gosh, that is Messenger Hawk at number 6. What's our creature count's now like really high all of a sudden? I will take it. Well, I will say this, Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, good card in this deck. Good card in this deck. Deadly Precision, also, I will never have a shortage of things to do off of that. We will never run out of stuff to do here with our mana. I don't even know if I need to play these cards, honestly. I just feel like with 6 Messenger Hawks, I am just never actually running out of things to do, right? Normally, I would play this to like trigger these cards, but I don't know that I need it here. It's a really late Unlucky Cabbage Merchant, but not going to take it. I mean, I'm not going to splash for that, obviously. Oh, Waterbending Lesson I like. Okay, that might be just enough to play First Time Flyer, and it's also just a 2-drop. All right, well, the Messenger Hawk archetype was wide open. Let's take a look at what this deck will end up playing like. So yeah, again, it's if I play Bossing Say in Forest and double Aang's Journey, that's more than enough sources for the Allies at Last, while also giving us the potential, you know, with the 3 green sources, to be able to play Bossing Say, which, you know, with the 3 green sources, I do think it's very strong. I think it's very, very strong. Is it worth playing? I'm not 100% sure. Like, but the thing is, if I cut the green, I can also cut the Aang's Journey, right? And then at that point, I need to add 2 more cards to my deck. And I don't even know what that would be. I mean, sure, I have stuff. But then I would also have to cut the first time flyer because I wouldn't have enough. Now I would only have 2 lessons in my deck, right? So I feel like, and then I would have to play like Pirate Peddlers, and I already have 8 3-drops. So honestly, like it just, if I had the ability to play a very, very good, consistent 2-color deck, I would play it probably, but I don't. And this is more fun anyways, right? This is more fun anyways. So let's get the removal in here. And what's funny is I think I can just cut the Earth Village Ruffians here. Normally I would play it, but now I have so many 3s. So let's go ahead and cut that. Swamp. 7, 14, 15, 16, 17. What's our color situation? More blue than black. Sure. And I have a double blue card. I guess I have a double black card here as well. Honestly, I would be pretty shocked if I run out of stuff to do with my mana. So why don't we lean into a far more streamlined deck here and not play any of the off-color tap lands? Because I just want to play Hawks, crack them. Like, I have 8 things that generate clues. Legend of Kuruk, Waterbending Lesson, and I have 2 lands that I can use to earthbend or loot if I need, right? So let's just do that. 17 lands plus 2 Aang's Journey. I think this deck can certainly, it's fine if this deck over-indexes a little bit on mana sources. And yeah, I am really, really liking the setup. It's looking pretty fun. We have a bunch of Messenger Hawks. We have some interaction. Let's give it a whirl. All right, now before round 1 starts, did want to say that if you've been enjoying all this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons here. Really do appreciate all your support. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join a great community of folks looking to up their limited game. We have discussions for all things limited. If you are serious about taking your limited game to the next level, check it out. All right, on the play here, our hand is beautiful. Island, Swamp, Agna Kella, Double Forecasting Fortune Teller, and Heartless Act, so, and Legend of Kuruk. This hand is just literally everything that I want. Alright, my opponent on a blue-green deck here. I'm gonna play around Quench, because I can afford to. Just an ostrich horse. They missed. Although what's funny is because they missed, it's actually good for them. Let's crack the clue. Oh, wow. So I kind of want to wait on this. They have 6 cards. But if I want to wait on it, what do I do? They have 6 cards. So, as weird as it seems, I'm not going to slam the Legend of Kuruk right away. I'm going to play Forecasting Fortune Teller, offer the double block, and then play Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, and then I can crack the clue if I need. Oh, it's got a counter on it. Oh, yikes. I forgot about that. I mean, look, I'm not losing too much on it, but that was actually a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. Oh well. My bad, folks. Alright, let's go Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. Let's crack the clue. I mean, the thought process here is if they kill this, it's not good for me. But if they don't, then, I mean, we can still stabilize here. We still have the Legend of Kuruk. Okay, they played Aang at the Crossroads. All right. So certainly a lot of action here. The question now becomes, do I want to kill both of these cards? I can do it. Let's Heartless Act this. Let's play Messenger Hawk. Let's kill Suki. Let's attack. Like, I want to be able to attack and gain some life here. Alright, Rocky Rebuke. And Raucous Audience. Question is, do I want to attack here? Or do I want to block? No. I mean, our opponent's deck has been fantastic here. Alright, let's get Legend down. We have Allies at Last and Messenger Hawk. I don't have a green source. Do I want Messenger Hawk? I have another one in my hand. I don't think so. Alright, let's just scribe both to the bottom. Try to find something a little more relevant. This turn I probably should block, honestly. Never mind. Well, that seems like a poor... I don't know why did they do that? Alright. They should have just put a counter on the 2-1s. Alright, we need to find some good cards here. Don't want Otter Penguin or that. Waterbending Lesson, huh? Well, I need to fire this off. Okay, pay 2. Certainly want... Ooh, which one do I want to kill, actually? I'm at 5 life. This is a 2-3? Yeah, it's a 2-3. They have 1 card left. This is a 4-5 Vigilance versus a 5-3. I did this so I can double block the Ostrich Horse. Alright, so we have stabilized. Hopefully this gets us to where we need to go. Let's crack this. Actually, hold on. Let's draw a card. I did that to like thin out my deck. We're at 7 life, and all right. 16 cards left, 2 cards in hand for the opponent. They have Agna Kella going, but we have Avatar Kuruk going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards. Or 14 permanents, rather. 2, 3, okay, well. Wait, they were splashing Jet? That was actually good, though. Like, my opponent actually put a lot of pressure on me, and I am still not 100% sure on my sequencing for that game. Like, you could have gone a lot of different directions with, like, the removal spell that I chose to kind of run out, and I did make a misplay there, only because I thought Heartless Act just killed the Ostrich Horse, which of course it doesn't. Alright, 3 lands, Foggy Swamp, Spirit Keeper, Messenger Hawk, Octopus Form, and Waterbending Lesson here. Now, ideally, if possible, I would like to play out the Foggy Swamp, Spirit Keeper with the ability to protect it with Octopus Form, but we shall see how that goes. Certainly not going to play it a naked one. Well, they're playing red-white. Red-white doesn't have that many ways to kill this. Yeah, I'm just going to play it, actually. Red-white, outside of Iroh's demonstration, there's not a ton of ways to actually just straight up kill Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. For those of you wondering, what do you think they played? If you're just listening, well, they played the uncommon. It's fine. I can play Messenger Hawk or Waterbending Lesson here. I'm gonna play Waterbending Lesson. Like, right now, there's just 0 pressure on me. So I think this is fine. Now the question is, what do I discard? I kind of want to keep this Octopus Form. But maybe I don't have to. Yeah, you know, I just... The rest of my hand is just so good. Like, I could... There's just an argument to keeping all of these cards. I just don't need to play Azula anytime soon, right? Wow. Need a blue source badly. 5 cards in hand for the opponent. I'm gonna just keep up Heartless Act. Like, I will almost certainly fire it off here. I will take the 3 damage. I'll wait to see what they play. Lightning Strike. Okay. I should probably fire it off now then. Okay. Alright. Land would be good. Wow. How can my hand get any more awkward here? Man, I even played Waterbending Lesson 2 turns ago just to make sure that I can hit my lands and carve out beautifully. But our deck is betraying us here. Alright, we'll play Messenger Hawk, I guess. Zhang's Deserters, sure. Okay, happy enough with that trade. Vindictive Warden, oof, okay. I think it's still just time for me to keep playing things out. I'm gonna go Corrupt Court Official. That is not good. They discarded Yip Yip. How silly. How silly. That was a jet. Come on. Alright, alright. Well, you will certainly lose games this way. Does it feel bad? Yes, it does feel bad. They have 1 card. Oh, I should have killed this. I messed up. I should have just killed this right away. I don't know what I was thinking. That was a massive error. I literally just took 2 more points of damage. So I'm at 2 life. Oh, okay, that's good. I took 1 extra point of damage. I mean, look, I'm still dead. They have another creature to play here. Oh, they top deck Lightning Strike. All right. So look. We stumbled a little bit, and our opponent had a really great Boros hand with lots of pressure. Every turn, they did something that just could kind of put our back against the wall. So that will happen. We had the bombs, but yeah, we just couldn't get that Azula in play. All right, well, it looks like the beautiful opening hands part of this draft has now gone away. I am mulliganing. Opponent is going first. I will keep this, and I will pitch Octopus Form. I'm going to keep the Otter Penguin just because, you know, you still just need to be able to play something on curve. Octopus Form is like a really good late game card to draw, but it's pretty bad in the opener. Merchant of Many Hats is the play from the opponent. Fire Navy Trebuchet. Given that they have the Trebuchet in play, I'm supposed to block the Merchant of Many Hats now. It's annoying, but like otherwise I'm just going to keep taking 4 damage a turn. I did draw Heartless Act here, but I think I'm just going to play Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. Force them to have the sold out. It's a Pretending Poxbearers. They could still have Deadly Precision here. And that is a Judy. Okay. Judy is like they have like a really nice setup here So I'm just trying to figure out what to do. They have 2 cards. Probably should use Sold Out. I just don't know if I want to kill the Trebuchet or the Judy. I'm not 100% on that one, but... Corrupt Court Official, sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I killed the Judy. They have a lot of good stuff to sack the Judy, too. Here, I have Waterbending. Yeah, I should just play Waterbending Lesson. Let's pitch an island. Make a token. Play a forest. Alright. We are firing on all cylinders, but they certainly have a totally fine collection of cards here as well. But hopefully this, an army of unblockable tokens will get it done for us. Canyon Crawler. Okay. One, two, three. Okay, so let's just kill this now. I don't want any shenanigans. I'm actually just gonna loot. Given my hand. Because I can't use... If I had the mana to cast Messenger Hawk and activate it on the same turn, I would. Yeah, so no great attacks from the opponent here. And we can continue just digging. Aang's Journey. Doesn't do much. Okay, let's go green. Okay. Let's loot. Probably going to discard the Aang's Journey, to be honest. It does gain me life. Nah. I'd rather just hit my land drops. But Agnikella doing a lot of work here. It's generated a couple tokens already. A couple of unblockable creatures getting in. The biggest issue here is if they kill Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, I'm in a lot of trouble, right? I just have no defenses. So if they find a way to kill this, especially this turn, I feel like next turn, with the loot and also the ability to sacrifice the clue, I should be okay. But yeah, ooh, double Fire Navy Trebuchet. Also, these things have reach, so my Messenger Hawks can't even really get in there. I think my opponent's just considering whether or not they want to just, like, attack. Oh, sure. I see. This does give them a clue. I mean, I'm still gonna just block, sure. Because I get to gain life here as well. They're gonna probably crack the clue here to try to find a Deadly Precision. If they do, that would be quite nice. No? That seems kind of like that seems like a mistake. We drew our own Deadly Precision. So now the question is it worthwhile to fire this off on the Fire Navy Trebuchet? I'm not sure. Let's loot first. Because I can draw one of my 17,000 Messenger Hawks. And I have a land to throw away. That is an Aang's Journey. I guess I can pitch the swamp now. Because then I can just still cast this. Thin out our deck, try to find our goodies. Now, do I want to play this land? No, because of Corrupt Court Official, and I don't need to sack this right away. Again, though, I am not advancing my board in any way. Next turn, I might crack the clue and just hardcast Deadly Precision. We'll see. I mean, like, I do have a very significant clock here. I now have 4 unblockable spirits. But a lot of it obviously just, again, comes down to what they draw here. I am very nervous about my Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper dying. I have been getting fairly lucky that they have just basically found nothing here. I mean, if they drew Azula Always Lies, I guess that would be annoying. But they just need to get something going, so I don't mind this attack here. They're basically trading this for like a little more damage. And if I block the Merchant of Many Hats, they would get it back and replay it anyways. So maybe I should kill a Trebuchet. Or maybe I can draw like a relevant spell. I mean, I guess that counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hold on. Oh, that was a really good draw. All right. Remember, they also have a food, by the way, so they can gain a bunch of life off of that. So, you know, we still have a few turns before we can fire something off. Oh, geez, that's annoying. Corrupt Court Official. All right, they scooped. Whew. Look, the thing is, when my deck wins, it's not like I just blow the doors wide open unless I draw my 2 rares, right? It's like incremental, like getting ahead incrementally, getting some damage here and there, drawing some extra cards here and there, but like I don't have great blockers. Like there are definitely holes in this deck. All right, new executive decision. I'm gonna go back to this. Not play Aang's Journeys, which has felt pretty mopey. Let's play some Pirate Peddlers, just as more ways to block bigger things. And I think a Foggy Swamp Hunters is probably not bad as well. And then maybe like 1 Earth Village Ruffians, just to kind of mix up what I have here. And just play more creatures, curve out, and perhaps I want to find room for one of these effects now that I have the Pirate Peddlers. Also, the Peddlers, I was thinking that they were going to be quite bad, but honestly, with 6 Messenger Hawks and double Forecasting Fortune Teller, it's probably a little bit better than it looks. I'll play 1 tap land. Actually, the tap land should probably be black, because I want to keep a second blue source for Agnakella. Oh, wait. Do I play both? Whatever. Full-on greed. Look, I lost Bossing Say. That was my inevitability. So now we're replacing Bossing Say with a couple of tap lands. I don't know. It should be 1 or 2 tap lands, but whatever. It works with my Pirate Peddlers, so there. All right, on the play here, we have 2 lands and a dream. A dream of finding more lands. Momo Playful Pet. Alright, that's perfect. Forecasting Fortune Teller at least gives us some hope that we have, you know, now we have 2 draws at mana source number 3. I mean, once we get to 4, everything is great. Oh, and we drew 3 right away. So let's attack. So now I can just play Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. And blue-white almost certainly will not have a way to kill this unless they have Earth Kingdom Jailer. Now, last time I said unless they have Iroh's Demonstration and they had it, but I really hope that... Okay, great. They didn't have it this time. I was ready to just be fully tilted here. I need to hit a land drop anyway, so let's crack the clue. And hopefully we can draw a land here. Nope. Every time we draw Azula, the lands are no longer available. They no longer become available. I'm going to attack with the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper and pass. The thing is, if they play Kyoshi Warriors, I can't even block with the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. Like, I'm expecting them to play at least one ally here. Oh, there it is, Kyoshi Warriors. Alright, so a land to be able to use Sold Out on Avatar Enthusiast would be quite nice. This is a lot of damage. I mean, this is a very, very frustrating way to lose. Okay. Let's play Messenger Hawk. Oh, I should have attacked with the token. Okay. Alright. I will be the first one to admit that I'm a little bit rattled, that I didn't draw land number 4. I missed out on a point of damage. Okay, get it together, Paul. Get it together. Gather the White Lotus, sure. I need to chump block the Avatar Enthusiast this turn. They topped both of the cards. If I don't draw a land this turn, I'm probably just dead. Okay, Pirate Peddlers is a thing. I guess I'll play it. Oh, and I didn't attack with this twice. Alright, alright. I am going to take a little bit of a mental break. I've said this before, and I highly advocate for others to do so. That game, I did not play my best. Now, I probably wouldn't have won anyways, because I didn't draw my lands, but I let that also affect my decisions for that game. So I'm going to take a 2-minute breather, come back, and then finish out this set. Alright. We have reset. We are ready to take this on. Alright, 2 lands, double Messenger Hawk, Foggy Swamp, Spirit Keeper, Heartless Sack, Sold Out. Another great hand if we can find some mana. Alright, we are on the draw. Okay. Yep. Alright, well, let's kill the Badger Mole Cub. I want to do a slow clap. Big shout out to the Arena Shuffler here. You know, we are really, they have really knocked it out of the park in this draft. I will say, ooh, sacrificing the forest, getting it back. Of course you do that. I think they're putting the pieces together. They're like, wait, if I, yeah, but no, that works. So my opponent has 5 lands to my 2. I do have some good interaction here, though. Absolutely need to find land source number. Okay. Okay. I'm behind enough where I'm just going to run out the Spirit Keeper. Earth Kingdom Jailer, sure. Northern Air Temple. Alright, so they're doing some shrine things. Let's kill the jailer. Let's crack the clue. I mean, there's like some argument to keeping a octopus form, but... Pagoda, sure. Land. Okay. Another land would actually not be bad. Alright, that's good. So let's go... Sold Out here. So it keeps it tapped. Okay, that's fine. I want to protect this against actual removal. And I feel like as long as Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper is in play, I'm still in an okay spot with my other creatures. Let's go Messenger Hawk. The hell is this? Sokka's Haiku? Okay, so now we Octopus form. To tap up to one target creature, it doesn't untap. Okay. They have one card. Do I want to attack with this? Or keep it back? I'm going to attack because I feel like there's a good chance they have another removal spell. So I'd rather just gain the life. And then the static ability of this is already really good. Yeah. So this all worked out. Take 3 damage. Looks like they might be out of action here soon, though. Corrupt Court Official. What you got? Alright, that's a land. Play another Messenger Hawk. Alright, so they're out of action, but of course, at any point, they can top deck something amazing. And they did not. Whew! They went turn 2 Badger Mole Cub, turn 3 Cycle of Renewal to get to 5 mana, and had Hakoda. But we actually had a really good draw after missing land drop number 3. So, feels great to win that one. Hopefully we can rattle off 4 more. Alright, on the play here, we are absolutely keeping. Got 2 Swamps, Aang's Journey. Oh yeah, I boarded these back in because I was so tilted about the mana screw. I'm just playing the green cards. But I am playing, I think I'm playing at least one of the Pirate Peddlers, just because I feel like I don't have enough early game defense. And the first time flyer, even with like 4 lessons, felt a little too inconsistent, so I took that out. And I replaced those with the Pirate Peddlers, because it works well with allies at last, and gives me some ways to block the ground while I try to fly over for the win. Okay. Play Aang's Journey, get an island. Next turn we go Messenger Hawk, and then Aang's Journey for a forest and play Otter Penguin. That's pretty good. That's a Knowledge Seeker, which is quite good. They are blue-white. Ooh. Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. I'm going to play that instead. They're blue-white. It's just not a lot of ways to kill this thing. Now, if I draw a land, I can just play Waterbending Lesson. And then if I don't, then I can do other things. Rowdy Snowballer. Sure. Okay, so little tempo-licious start from the opponent. Actually, even if I do draw a land, I think I might have played other things. I'm going to just play out the Otter Penguin here. Let's go ahead and play Aang's Journey for a forest. Play the Penguin. The Penguin, I don't really, like, I just want to make sure I hit my land drops, and then the Penguin can just trade with whatever here. Four cards in hand for the opponent. I'll block the Snowballers here. They might have a Yip Yip or a Fancy Footwork. Nope. I mean, they could still have it, of course. Teo. Okay. That is certainly a very, very good one. Now, the issue here is I don't have a good target for the... Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase what I'm trying to do here. I can play a Waterbending Lesson, which ensures that I hit a land drop. Alternatively, I can just cast Sold Out on Teo, which is like the safest thing to do. Yeah, let's just do that. No need to get too fancy here. Teo is a really good threat that I absolutely have to kill. The other thought process was casting Waterbending Lesson, hope to draw a swamp, then sacrificing the 1/1 token that I get off the Waterbending Lesson to the Deadly Precision. Now that's the highest upside play, but it can obviously go horribly wrong. Water Tribe Rallier is the play from the opponent. This deck is very mana hungry. That's all I'm going to say. It's a very mana-hungry deck. Oh, that resolved? That resolved really, really easily. I'm not going to attack into Razor Rings. South Pole. Whew. They look, their deck is just like premium 2-drops deck. Premium 2-drops deck. Holy cow. Alright, well, they can't attack me. Watery Grasp? They must have a Watery Grasp here. Or not. Okay. So I drew Heartless Act, which I would like to fire off on the South Pole Voyager, but I just don't have... Alright, no, I'm just gonna play this. Look. I gotta hit a land, right? I gotta. Let's pitch a land. All right, so this is going to be a big turn. I just, you know, with 3 cards left, it seems really unlikely that they're going to have the ability to play 2 allies this turn, so I didn't think I needed to kill the South Pole Voyager. Now they're playing Watery Grasp here. And they're going to, looks like, wait on the activation on the Watery Grasp. What the hell? Oh, and then they're going to shuffle this in. Sure. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, this thing is a spirit? Okay, well, that's good to know for the other side, right? I don't have a second blue, what the hell? Oh no! The green hurt me! Alright, it's okay. 2 cards in hand. As long as they don't kill my Pirate Peddlers, we're okay. 2 cards left in hand for the opponent. Kyoshi Warriors, okay. Well, that's good with the Voyagers. Man, their deck... Whew. Their deck has 0 chill, I will say. Man. Like, actually 0 chill. Okay, now we get to play the Legend of Kuruk. Deadly Precision and allies at last. Wow. I have 0 allies in play right now. I mean, they're both really good. But I think I want Deadly Precision here. I'm at 12. All right. We got rid of 2 permanents. We still have this clue to find what we need. We have allies at last. Although I guess I can't cast allies at last, but it's fine. Or I can't cast allies at last and use Bossing Say. Rowdy Snowballers is okay. Scry 2, then draw a card. Ooh. So now this costs 2 mana. Razor Rings. Okay. All right. Legend of Kuruk. Get it done for us. It's a lot of action. Ooh, Otter Penguin, sure. 2 cards left. 1 card left. They don't have a good attack. We can start cracking clues. So that we can try to play a bunch of spells off Legend of Kuruk. Okay, this is great. Let's play Forecasting Fortune Teller. Let's play Messenger Hawk. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's crack a clue. Let's play that. Let's attack for 3 in the air. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 permanents. Okay, so not quite at the ability to take an extra turn, but our board is great. Oh my gosh, they drew Katara, Water Tribe's Hope. Well, that certainly changes things, doesn't it? They can turn everything into a 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's see. Certainly block here. I mean, I guess they can turn everything into a 3/3. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3. I gotta think about this, actually. Hold on. What if I block here and block here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 6, 7, 8. Man, this is tough, actually. Hold on. I really need to kill the Otter Penguin. Because they can make it unblockable. We are certainly not out of it here. Let's crack the clue. Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. How does that change things? God, we don't have a lethal attack. God, this is so... Katara, Water Tribe's Hope. Any of these spirits? God, that's so dumb. I need to find a way to kill this thing. Did I use all my removal? I used a lot of it. I might have used all of it. Alright. I think I'm dead. Never got to use this once. Still unclear if it was worth it. But, I mean, I could have kept this back. I could have played this instead. But it is what it is. Alright. GG's. I had a lot of hopes for this deck. I did. But ultimately, not every deck can go your way. We made a pretty good run. I certainly didn't play my best. And one thing, I mean, this deck had plenty of interaction. We stumbled a few times, but we did have some filler potentially here with some cards like the Pirate Peddlers here. I don't know if it was worth it to play the green. Perhaps I fired off my removal a little too aggressively. Like, I thought I was in a racing situation and my opponent clearly had nothing. So I killed the first time flyer with allies at last, and then they played the Katara. So perhaps I'm supposed to just take a bunch of damage there and hold on to the allies at last. Had I done that, I would have won. So, and yes, that was basically all the removal that I had in my deck. So, you know, I honestly, like, couple of games that I lost. I mean, there was a one game where, like, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 games, but we certainly had some mana issues in this one. We never got to cast the Azula, and I think this deck was certainly capable of getting a trophy with the right combination of draws, but sadly we didn't quite get there. We were always on the back foot, and, you know, that's a cautionary tale. there is probably a limit to how many Messenger Hawks you can play in a deck and get away with, right? This is excellent. But like probably it's something you want to play like 3 copies of. When you get up to 6 and it's the only thing you can play on turn 3 and you're on the draw and your opponent just plays like a 2/2 into a 3/3, it looks pretty embarrassing. So, again, we tried to like we're discovering things. And I think in this case, maybe we went a little too hard on the Messenger Hawks. And, maybe I'm supposed to like play the first time flyer, cut a Messenger Hawks, maybe play a Ruffians as well. You know what I mean? Maybe I needed to have a little more balance with power and toughness because I felt like I had to use removal on like mediocre creatures because I was relying too heavily on like, I just had too many Messenger Hawks that just weren't very good at blocking. But I wanted to give it a try. See how many Messenger Hawks is too many. And my conclusion is 6 is probably too many. We play Legend of Karuk, but we lost to Katara. Katara too strong. And, I think I had a decent amount of fun actually returning to Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's certainly a lot of power here. But at the same time, I am happy to move on. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support, as it truly means a lot. Access to the Patreon gives you access to a variety of different benefits on the Discord and also depending on the tier. So check it out. Also go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Magic the Gathering product or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also head on over to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.